Hello and welcome to the weekly bench update. This will be a bench update and a channel update, kind of all in one. And as you can see in front of us, we kind of have the USACC build kind of jankily mocked up in front of us. Give you something to look at while we talk about some other things. Then, of course, we'll get to the update later on in the video on that guy. First things first, the Naked Models group build is going on from now through February 29th. Never too late to jump in on that, other than kind of the finals happening after that 29th. May miss out on getting in with everyone else's finals in a slideshow video that I do plan to put together. But if you're interested in that, go check out the rules video on that. Everybody that has already started theirs or even finished theirs is already having a bunch of fun with it, and that's what it is all about. Whether it's going from mild to wild, like Tim over at TimKustoms, kind of going all out with the kit bashing, sawing stuff, cutting stuff, being very brave kind of with that seat insert. If you have not seen any of his videos, go check it out. It is awesome to see someone kind of really pushing the envelope on that, really trying to show off with all of these builds that no matter how limited you are in your space, that you can still have fun with these models and create some really cool things. So that's what this group build's about, is just having fun and kind of showing off that no matter how limited you are, you can still have fun with what's in the box. Another one to mention with the group build is an entry through Instagram, and that is Bryan_builds_models. He's jumping in with a couple of Volkswagens, so that's great to see. So if you're on Instagram, go check out his channel. Again, I'll try to leave a link for everybody that I mentioned in this video in the description below. But that is Bryan_builds_models. He's got a couple of Volkswagens coming our way. These are his entries. You can follow his progress on his channel, and then hopefully we can add his finals into that final slideshow of completed models at the end, which I really look forward to seeing, just kind of that full display of what you can do with a naked model. And next up, as far as channel news, is the PSAs I put out. If you hate the modeling community on YouTube, you can turn off the video now. But hopefully everybody that watched those videos kind of understood what I was trying to say. And hopefully they can share that message, whether just hearing it again from someone else is a way for someone to pick up on it, or just hearing it a different way, somebody can learn it, or just reaching someone that I couldn't. Again, hopefully all of you can share, and those that already have kind of spread the message on their channels, I do thank you for that. The more people that are saying it, the more people that can hear it, and that's all it is. It's trying to help the community kind of grow and reach as many people as they can that want to hear it. So I'm going to talk on it just a little bit more. Again, just trying to clear up confusions, really try to help spread and reach that message out there. I think everyone should know kind of this elementary level of the algorithm, and understanding that algorithm isn't a dirty word, or neither is content creator or monetization. Those aren't dirty words, but just understanding what they really are. Everything kind of goes through an algorithm, no matter what it is in your life that you've purchased or seen or anything like that. It's had to go through some calculated formula to get to you, and that's all the algorithm is. And here on YouTube, it's one of those kind of most direct link between the producer and the consumer, as far as giving their feedback and what YouTube is doing with that information. So again, I think just understanding that elementary level to all this can help you do the things that you want to do correctly, whether you're viewing or watching. And that's the thing I want to push. Like, I'm not trying to get in depth with the algorithm and why you think it's good or bad or anything like that. Just giving you the basic level information so that you're not unintentionally possibly hurting your fellow community members here on YouTube. Most, if not all, the points that I was trying to make in my videos have all come from specific instances. Like, I know of 5 to 6 people that have literally said the words that they have, like, going through their feeds and do the skip, 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 all the way through their feeds, or instantly anybody's videos that's over XYZ, they just go in, give them a like, and then skip on to the next, just so that they can try to support their fellow community, when in actuality, again, that can be very hurtful to the channel. So again, like I said, I've heard specifically 5 to 6 people say this. More people commented saying that they were kind of doing things like that. And how many people I haven't heard saying do this, as well as the people that they've reached, the people that have said it. You may have heard it and thought, hey, maybe that's a good idea. I should be doing it too. Well, it's easily conceivable to think that now you have 10 or more built-in negative views on your channel or on your video before you even upload the video, because automatically this, group of people that think they're helping, it's all well-intentioned, I do believe, are going into videos just to give it a like and then skipping on and then giving you that kind of negative view time on your channel or on your video that can really be detrimental. So again, I think it's conservative. You have 10 negatives built in. So starting -10 before you even start kind of getting into the algorithm is very hard for anyone to overcome, no matter what your reasons are. It's like, I think if you're sharing on YouTube, you're trying to reach one person. Well, if you're trying to reach one person, why are you not trying to reach two people? If you're, two people is three people, four is five. There's a much bigger community than any of us can really reach on here. So why not just try to reach as much as you can? I'm not saying you have to like go out of your way chasing the algorithm, but just doing things naturally that can help you reach our hobby as a whole here on YouTube. To kind of put it into a metaphor, these people are like taking your vehicle to go fill it up with, gas, and they're putting the wrong gas or diesel in it. It's all well intended. The needle looks good, kind of like the light gauge. It all looks good, but it actually harming the person that you're trying to help. And that's all I'm trying to prevent with half of this message, is just preventing, those negatives that are just holding us back unnecessarily when we're all trying to help. Again, not doing something can be just a neutral thing versus doing the like and skip is actually a negative. So it's better to be kind of at that neutral level than it is to, start off on that negative. Like I said, all of these messages come from actual, experiences or, hearsay from around the community that I've personally heard, and things that I see on my channel as far as, development, things that should be working as they should, but there's something in there like this crab pot that is holding certain channels down, and then some are finally breaking through that barrier that are able to kind of go beyond that. It's just trying to help everybody get beyond that little barrier just to reach more people. I mean, I don't see how more people that you can reach and have friends with is such a bad thing. Yes, we all know that there's not enough time to watch it all. It would be impossible, even if everybody uploaded 1-minute videos, for us to consume all of the modeling content on YouTube. And that should be a positive thing, that this hobby is growing, it is reaching more people, not such a negative that it's now you can no longer complete this task of clicking on every video, or some other preconceived notions that if I upload a video, anybody else that uploads a video should be watching my videos. It should be just upload what you want, put a variety out there for everybody. Like I said, don't change your content because you think somebody else wants it that way. Upload the content that you want and watch the content that you want, because everybody has a wide variety of what they want. Just like our models, we all kind of pick and choose our own varieties, build them in a different variety of ways. We're not out there preaching to these companies to stop making models because we already have too many on our shelves, or quit making the detailed kits because we need more time, or making the craftsman kits because they're quicker and easier to build. If you're into that, that's fine, but we shouldn't be as a whole preaching to hold the hobby back. So I just want the whole community to understand that there's things that they're doing or not doing that can help each other, and that's all we should be striving for, no matter what your goals are. I think more is better for everyone, whether that's views or subscribers or just more content or just a farther reach as far as the community that's not on YouTube. Any of that, I think it's all a positive for our hobby, and we should all at least be pushing for it, or not hurting anybody that is trying to push forward. And kind of speaking of subs, my channel has reached 2,000 subscribers. I'm super excited. Again, I have no goals as far as a subscriber count or view count or anything like that. I just want to continually grow, whether that turns out to be one a day or one a week or one a month. I want to constantly be moving forward. I do not want to come stale or stagnant in my channels. I know a lot of channels do hit that stale or stagnant point, get frustrated and stuff like that. I do understand that. I just want to keep clicking forward. Reaching one more person is always a good thing in my opinion. I'm not trying to leave anybody behind, but I also don't want to leave anybody behind that I haven't found yet. So I just want to keep reaching forward. So again, I am super excited to have reached 2,000 subscribers. It's a nice milestone. It's nice to know that we are kind of enjoying the same things on the channel. So again, I am super excited for 2,000 subscribers. So with that, I'm having a giveaway, a little thank you giveaway to my subscribers. And I'm going to be doing 2 different giveaways. I'm going to be giving away a choice of 5 magazines or a choice of a single kit. Again, magazines or models, not both. I may be putting up multiple entry points as far as this giveaway. Every time you enter, you get a chance for that thing. So if you enter for magazines, say we have a couple different places that you join in for magazines, you're getting 2 entries on the magazines. Join for the models, you get a couple of entries for the models. You cannot do a model and a magazine. You're going for one or the other. So if you end up with, I don't think I'm going to have 10, but if you had 10, they're all going to go towards one thing. So again, if maybe you've already heard this in the future or in the past or anything like that, you can still enter again. So in the comment section to enter, if you are a subscriber, comment something about for the models or for the magazines. Again, you're going to get a chance at 5 of my vintage magazines that come from the 60s. I think most of them are all from the 60s. There may be a couple from the 50s in there. Or a choice at a model. I'll put together a little selection of model kits for you to choose from, and you can pick one to have in your collection. So again, magazines are model. Leave that in the comments. Anytime you hear the announcement for a giveaway, you can enter at that point. So make sure you are staying tuned to the channel until we do that giveaway. And now we can finally get to that thing that you've been staring at and probably laughing at this point. This has been quite the adventure for me. Again, this is just kind of jankily mocked up just for you guys to get a vision and kind of help, again, motivate me to keep going on this project, to kind of see where we're headed with it. So again, this is for the USACC build. This is monogram 55 Ford. Again, just very loosely mocked up. We'll try to go over things. Like the roll cage, this won't be the roll cage that I have to make for it. Doesn't quite line up with the chassis and the cab we have. But again, just to give you and myself a little motivation on this project. Again, the spoiler just kind of mocked up. It might be a little higher. I might try to reach the roof line with it. And as you can see, it's all falling apart. But we do have a nice big spoiler to go on there. The rear fenders is what we're kind of working on right now and trying to get some focus issues here, trying to get all the lines to match up. So we're trying to bring the squareness of the fender out and get this flare to all match up. So that's where we're at now, kind of what we did on the front fenders, but again, just kind of quickly mocked up just to give you an idea where we're headed. Here's kind of without that side skirt on. To see, we're just kind of building out that shoulder to try to square that shoulder up to meet these flares. Of course, I think I showed off that we did pancake the hood last time. We just kind of have this front nose sitting there again just for motivational purposes. We've been doing a bunch of work on the cab, doing some mud work, cleaning that all up. See how we got that kind of fitting up together as far as the flares and the fenders. We've kind of squared those fenders out. Kind of move the camera so we're having little focus issues, but again, just a lot of mud work. These are just pinned on, so I can kind of pop those up, and once we get painted, we can get them in the right place. We did remove 2 of these lines on the back of the cab. They just kind of poked out from the bed, and I thought this would give it just a little bit more of a modern look, just kind of with that smoother. Again, you'll just see these peeking through behind the cab, but just something subtle I thought would help it out. We have shaved the door handles off. We've filled the mirror holes. We have removed the vent windows. I think it just all kind of comes together to give it a little bit of a more modern appearance. Again, we filled the vent that's in the fender there. And then again, just doing mud work to kind of get everything to tidy up. We're pretty close to reaching primer stage here with the cab. So again, I'm super excited. But before I do that, I need to work on, again, the cage and the seating and all that to decide if I need to kind of chop the top or if we're going to do anything else with the cab before we jump into primer. Again, the bed, I'm doing a lot of work with this kind of assembly, trying to get it down to as few assemblies as we can once we get to paint. Again, just doing some filler work, cleaning this all up, getting it all smooth. See all my kind of surgery scars, trying to get those cleaned up. We will have to add some more back that I screwed up, you know, kind of changing my mind and direction that I need to go, trying to make a pickup to a car chassis. If I would have realized that this was just a NASCAR car chassis when I started, I would have probably looked for a different direction, but I was just so focused on marrying the two together that I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. So I think we've seen all of this, just the chassis. This is just, you know, Mod Podge mocked up. I think I've shown kind of all of this, kind of shaved all of the wheel wells and everything to get the bed to fit together. And speaking of the roll cage, like I said, we're kind of starting to work on this. This is just made out of solder. It's a nice way to give myself a template for inside the cab. You know, it's nice and soft. Kind of bend it down into locations and get it nice and tidy up in there. Although this would work if I built the whole thing, but we're kind of adding some weight, and being that it's so you know, bendable, it can get bent, you know, during painting process or assembly or things like that, and that's something I want to avoid. But hopefully I can use this for a template. And I'm going to be actually, I think this is what I'm going to be able to use. K&S aluminum rod. It's kind of like a bendable aluminum rod, so we'll kind of lose a little bit of weight there, and hopefully a little bit of, you know, kind of stability. And how I'm going to bend that stuff is with this aluminum wire shaping jig, which Scale Model Outlaw, I believe it was, showed this off on his channel. This is exactly what I've been looking for quite some time, as far as like doing these cages and being able to do kind of some scratch building, is having a jig table, you know. And I've really struggled, like he said, like you make a bend and you get a little extra wave in it, trying to get it all straightened out. So I've been thinking about trying to make one of these. I've looked for them, you know, it's hard to judge size just looking around on the internet, but him showing this off, you know, and comparing it, just kind of sealed it up. This is the right size for me. We already got a bunch of radiuses that come with it, and then obviously I can build my own jig templates from that now that we've got a nice table that is completely symmetrical all the way around. You know, trying to build your own, trying to drill, you know, 1,000 holes in the right places so that you have your own jig table would be a nightmare. Again, this is on Amazon. Go check out his channel, or I'll try to leave again a link in the description for it, but he kind of showed it off on his channel, so you kind of get an idea that we can use this for, you know, bending our shapes, get different radiuses and stuff like that. So like online, you did just see it always used with craft stuff, so it was hard to judge, you know, scale and size as far as our hobby. But once he showed it off on his channel, it seemed like the perfect little size to fit on your desk and do cage work or chassis work or anything like that. So again, I'm super excited about this because I think that will really help this project move along. Again, like I said, you can make some nice stuff out of the solder, but it can be, because it is so soft, it can be, you know, accidentally changed later on. So we'll try out this aluminum rod. Looks like it's 2.38 millimeters, so it's just under 2.5 as far as a cage size, which I think is pretty good. That 2-inch or so is a good roll cage size, I think. So with that, I thank you guys for watching. Jump in on the giveaway no matter how many times you can. And with that, thanks for watching.